The Beginnings of Indian Civilization. Theme B. Tapestry of the Past. The sixth chapter from Social Science book of Class 6. This video contains all possible short questions, short answer type questions, long answer type questions, MCQs and all the questions from book exercise with their proper answers. You will get a better conception and better understanding about this chapter from this video itself. If you want such videos for all the other chapters, please subscribe to the channel. Let us start without wasting time. Think about it. Question. Which of the above characteristics do you think is the most fundamental, that is, a characteristic essential to the development of all others? Answer. The most fundamental characteristic is the development of agriculture and settled life. It led to surplus food, which made trade, crafts, town planning, administration, and cultural development possible. Question. Why do you think this civilization is known by different names such as the Harappan civilization and the Indus-Sarasvati civilization? Answer. It is called the Harappan civilization because Harappa was the first site discovered. It is also called the Indus-Sarasvati civilization because many sites were found along the Indus and Sarasvati river systems. Question. Why were many Harappan cities built near rivers? Answer. Rivers provided water for drinking, farming, and daily use, fertile soil for agriculture, and easy routes for transport and trade. Question. Why do you think baked bricks were used instead of mud bricks? Answer. Baked bricks were stronger and more durable. They could withstand floods and last longer, making them suitable for large buildings and drainage systems. Question. Why was a good drainage system important in Harappan cities? Answer. A good drainage system helped keep cities clean and hygienic, prevented waterlogging, and showed the Harappans' concern for public health. Question. What do seals tell us about the life of the Harappan people? Answer. Seals show that the Harappans were involved in trade, had religious beliefs, used symbols and script, and possibly had a system of administration. Question. Why do you think standard weights and measures were necessary? Answer. Standard weights and measures were necessary for fair trade, accurate measurement of goods, and smooth commercial activities. Question. How do you think trade was carried out without modern means of transport? Answer. Trade was carried out using bullock carts, boats, and ships through land and river routes. Goods were exchanged within and outside the civilization. Question. Why do archaeologists believe that the Harappans had a strong system of administration? Answer. Uniform town planning, standard bricks, common weights, and well-organized cities suggest that the Harappans had a strong and efficient administration. Question. What might have been the reasons for the decline of the Harappan civilization? Answer. Possible reasons include climate change, floods, drying of rivers, earthquakes, and decline in trade, which led to the gradual decline of the civilization. Very short answer questions. Question 1. What is meant by civilization? Answer. Civilization refers to an advanced stage of human society with organized cities, culture, and social systems. Question 2. Which civilization is also known as the Harappan civilization? Answer. The Indus civilization is also known as the Harappan civilization. Question 3. Name the two most important cities of the Indus civilization. Answer. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were the two most important cities. Question 4. On which river was Harappa located? Answer. Harappa was located on the Ravi River. Question 5. On which river was Mohenjo-daro located? Answer. Mohenjo-daro was located on the Indus River. Question 6. Which site is famous for its water reservoirs? Answer. D'Oliveira is famous for its water reservoirs. Question 7. Name one material used by the Harappans to make bricks. Answer. The Harappans used baked bricks. Question 8. What were seals mainly used for? Answer. Seals were mainly used for trade and identification. Question 9. Name one crop grown by the Harappans. Answer. Wheat was one crop grown by the Harappans. Question 10. Which metal was commonly used by the Harappans? Answer. Bronze was commonly used by the Harappans. Short answer questions. Question 1. Why is the Indus civilization also called the Indus-Sarasvati civilization? Answer. It is called the Indus-Sarasvati civilization because many sites were found along both the Indus and Sarasvati river systems. Question 2. What type of bricks were used in Harappan cities? Answer. Harappan cities used standardized baked bricks. Question 3. Describe the town planning of Harappan cities. Answer. Harappan cities were well planned with straight roads, grid patterns, and proper drainage systems. Question 4. What was the importance of the Great Bath? Answer. The Great Bath was likely used for religious or ceremonial bathing. Question 5. How did the Harappans manage water supply? Answer. The Harappans managed water supply through wells, tanks, and reservoirs. Question 6. What evidence shows that the Harappans were skilled traders? Answer. Seals, weights, and foreign goods show that the Harappans were skilled traders. Question 7. What were Harappan houses usually made of? Answer. Harappan houses were usually made of baked bricks. Question 8. How do we know that the Harappans practiced agriculture? Answer. Tools, granaries, and crop remains show that the Harappans practiced agriculture. Question 9. What kinds of ornaments did the Harappans wear? Answer. The Harappans wore ornaments made of beads, gold, silver, and shell. Question 10. What do Harappan seals tell us about their society? Answer. Harappan seals show that their society was organized and engaged in trade. Differentiation questions. Question 1. Differentiate between Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Answer. Harappa was located on the Ravi River, while Mohenjo-daro was located on the Indus River. Question 2. Differentiate between the citadel and the lower town. Answer. The citadel was a raised area with public buildings, while the lower town was meant for residential purposes. Question 3. Differentiate between Harappan houses and houses today. Answer. Harappan houses were made of baked bricks, while modern houses use a variety of materials like cement and steel. Question 1. Harappan cities were poorly planned. Answer. False. Question 2. The Harappans used standardized bricks. Answer. True. Question 3. D'Oliveira is famous for its water management system. Answer. True. Fill in the blanks. Question 1. The Harappan civilization flourished along the blank river system. Answer. The Harappan civilization flourished along the Indus-Sarasvati river system. Question 2. The Great Bath is found at blank. Answer. The Great Bath is found at Mohenjo-daro. Question 3. Harappan seals were mostly made of blank. Answer. Harappan seals were mostly made of steatite. MCQs. Question. What does the term civilization refer to? A. Nomadic way of life. B. Advanced and organized way of living. C. Life without farming. D. Forest-based life. Answer. B. Advanced and organized way of living. Question. Which civilization is also known as the Harappan civilization? A. Mesopotamian civilization. B. Egyptian civilization. C. Indus-Sarasvati civilization. D. Chinese civilization. Answer. C. Indus-Sarasvati civilization. Question. Around which period did the Harappan civilization flourish? A. 1500 BCE. B. 2600 BCE. C. 1000 BCE. D. 500 BCE. Answer. B. 2600 BCE. Question. Which were the two most important cities of the Harappan civilization? A. Pataliputra and Taxila. B. Delhi and Agra. C. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. D. Lothal and Dholaviera. Answer. C. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Question. What material was commonly used for constructing Harappan buildings? A. Stone. B. Wood. C. Mud bricks. D. Baked bricks. Answer. D. Baked bricks. Question. Which feature shows the advanced town planning of the Harappans? A. Circular roads. B. Irregular streets. C. Grid-like pattern of streets. D. No drainage system. Answer. C. Grid-like pattern of streets. Question. What was a unique feature of Harappan cities? A. Forts only. B. Underground drainage system. C. Big temples. D. Palaces. Answer. B. Underground drainage system. Question. What indicates that the Harappans had a strong system of trade? A. Use of coins. B. Presence of seals and standard weights. C. Written books. D. Use of iron tools. Answer. B. Presence of seals and standard weights. Question. Which river system was closely associated with the Harappan civilization? A. Ganga Yamuna. B. Godavari. C. Indus-Sarasvati. D. Narmada. Answer. C. Indus-Sarasvati. Question. Which occupation was most important for Harappan people? A. Hunting. B. Fishing. C. Farming. D. Weaving. Answer. C. Farming. Question. Which crop was grown by the Harappans? A. Tea. B. Cotton. C. Coffee. D. Rubber. Answer. B. Cotton. Question. What do uniform weights and measures suggest about Harappan society? A. Poor administration. B. Advanced economic system. C. Nomadic life. D. Lack of trade. Answer. B. Advanced economic system. Question. How do historians know about the Harappan civilization? A. Old stories. B. Religious texts. C. Archaeological excavations. D. Foreign travelers. Answer. C. Archaeological excavations. Question. What is believed to be one reason for the decline of the Harappan civilization? A. Foreign invasion only. B. Change in climate and environment. C. Spread of diseases. D. Lack of trade. Answer. B. Change in climate and environment. Question. Which statement about Harappan society is correct? A. Large difference between rich and poor. B. Disorganized settlements. C. Well-planned and fairly equal society. D. Only kings lived in cities. Answer. C. Well-planned and fairly equal society. Long, thinking questions. Question. Why does the civilization studied in this chapter have several names? Discuss their significance. Answer. The civilization has several names because it covered a large area and was discovered at different sites. It is called the Harappan civilization after Harappa, the first site discovered. It is called the Indus civilization because many cities developed along the Indus River. It is also called the Indus-Sarasvati civilization as many sites were found along the Saraswati river system. These names reflect its wide geographical spread and historical importance. Question. Write a brief report describing the achievements of the Indus-Sarasvati civilization. Answer. The Indus-Sarasvati civilization was one of the most advanced ancient civilizations. It is known for its excellent town planning, with straight roads, drainage systems, and well-built houses. The Harappans developed advanced water management systems, especially at Dholavira. They were skilled farmers, craftsmen, and traders. Standardized bricks, weights, and seals show a well-organized society. Their achievements reflect scientific thinking, discipline, and a strong civic sense. Question. It is often said that the Harappans had a high civic sense. Do you agree? Compare with modern cities. Answer. Yes, the Harappans had a high civic sense, as seen in their clean streets, covered drains, and organized water systems. In comparison, many modern cities struggle with sanitation and waste management despite advanced technology.
If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Thank you for watching.